Okay, we're back after a bit of not recording these. Um, yeah, look, there's something that a lot of people are struggling with, me included, sometimes, but I think this is more of a thing that I can kind of uh, talk about with some uh, suggestions, even. And that is when you want to, let's say, achieve something great, so you automatically think, okay, the more I do, the faster I will achieve something. And that's not wrong. Of course, you need to know, uh, work more, right, and harder, but that's not always the case. Because what a lot of the times happens then is you get burnt out. Meaning you just get sick of the process. You are feeling mundane. You are feeling more bored, just sick of doing the same things every single day at the same high intensity, and having a lot of volume. It doesn't help. So when this happens, you're just gonna be in the same cycle. You're gonna work, you're gonna get sick of it, you're gonna think that you need to do a different approach, but you end up doing still the same things at the same rate, and you're just back to square one. No, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The real change that has to happen is you uh, thinking about not how to differently approach the same work structure, but to make it just a little bit different. The reason why that will help if you do it honestly and stick to it is is because then it's gonna take longer for you to get sick of it. It's gonna automatically make you do a different approach, right? And and it may or may not change the volume or intensity or both. Now, when you substitute things like that, I hope it's making some sense. When you substitute things like that, then you can really move past your obstacles. Because, like I said, if you just keep repeating the same things over and over again, and you call that a new approach, well, have fun being in the same place forever. Uh, I think I can sort of give you a good example or two. So when I started this cut, what I did was I tracked pretty much everything I ate. On top of that, I added a few grams of carbs and fat extra to the tracking app just to have some sort of a margin of error. And that was working. Like, right, I was losing weight consistently as long as I stick to tracking most of the things I ate. And that was working up until September. What happened there was my weight reached the point where I needed a different number of calories to maintain it. And the inaccuracies of my tracking made it so I would maintain that weight, which meant I was no longer losing weight. How I fixed that? Well, I wasted half of September, uh, entirety of October, and the entirety of November just doing the same things all over again. I was thinking about solutions, but ain't shit changed until I really gave myself time to think it through, and that's how I realized that my tracking need to become more consistent. So what I changed was I started to track every single thing that I eat. Plus, I have lowered my daily calorie limit to by a bit, and boom, I'm still losing weight. Great. That's I forgot to mention that I was like walking outside consistently at least since midsummer, and I started about October, November, since the weather outside became just fucking horrible, right? And it became dark sooner. But it's not the main thing that drives you to lose weight. Anyway, another example could be me basically to keep it short is me basically realizing that uh, I'm not gonna be able to spam those 10-15 second TikToks, reels, and shorts for a prolonged period of time. So I stopped. I did not think of more ways to do the same thing that was not doing much for me. I just stopped it. It's part of why my uploads are not very consistent. Maybe they are, and I'm just being hard on myself. But regardless, I solved that the problem. So I hope something made sense. So all you have to do is make actual actionable changes that you can add or take out of your routine, and then and only then will you actually see new progress. If you don't, you either did not give it enough time, or you were dishonest with those changes, which is essentially the same thing, or you still did the same mistake of just thinking you changed something and you took another approach, but you in fact did not. So that's that. I want to make an actual video soon, something like something edited about something, I don't know what yet, that could maybe give me 10 views on that video with like at least a 5-second viewer retention and average time, maybe. I don't know, but I'm cold. I need to eat. Get the hell out of here.